Good morning. Welcome to Bruce's workshop again. This is another Saturday morning special. What I'm going to do here is make an adapter to connect my geometric die head to the tailstock. So what I'm about to do is, hopefully you can see that all right. There, you can see that. What I'm going to machine out this hollow bar to connect onto this shaft and connect here as well. I'm going to make it 100 millimeters long. I'm boring it through. I'll be taking a shave off here until I get it straight and clean, and then I will bore the minor diameter through at the back. This is the smaller of the two. And then afterwards machine the forward section, which is the section that goes onto here. Then after that I will ream this smaller diameter. I'll ream it to final fit, neat fit for here, because it's difficult over that length and that smaller diameter to keep the diameter true. So external machining, internal machining, then we'll cut it off. Then I have to, underneath here we have a slot. So the connection detail here will be that this will fit, slide over, and we'll have 2 or 3 grub screws inside. I may also opt to cut a keyway in here, and if I do that, then we'll go to the slotter and we'll do a keyway. That'll be subject to a separate one. Here what I'll do, this is hard faced, so when this will slide on, I'll then I'll drill a couple of grub screw holders, and then we'll just grind some dimples through the hard facing for that final connection. Of course I need to set it up so everything's going to work in the neatest way for me to be able to operate the unit, so it'll be standing like this when it's finally finished. So I'll get on with it. This is the reamer that I'll be using to ream out that smaller diameter section. I'll whiz along here quickly, and I'll break this film up into a few. So this is the first of the series, simply because it takes so long to load up onto YouTube. I've been given here a pretty wobbly piece, and this is obviously the end of a long bar, and it must have got knocked or something in transport, but at least I've got enough meat there to bring this into central point. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my my slide so that it stops automatically at where I want to finish. So I'll bring that up and set that first. So that's the automatic knockout. So I'll come forward to where I want it to finish. I'll take that point there. I'm going to zero that diameter for the moment. Afterwards we can get full measurement, but we'll see. Now, the colour I'm using here is a SNMG 120408, and I find that very good for heavy cutting, because it's got a rake that'll allow quite a heavy cut. I'm not running such a heavy cut at the moment, but this will help to clear this away. minus 0.78 millimeters here, so very little off the zero that we did before. So I'll come back and I'll take a millimeter, and that will be down to parallel. Always, of course, when we're doing something that's not balanced, it pays not to take too deep a cut. That was hot. Too deep a cut or too heavy a feed at the beginning. Once you've got it down to round and you've got it just bog out a lot of material, then you can be much more aggressive. I'm on 2 millimeters now. I don't need a dimension here, all I need is to clean it up so that I've got a reference, an external reference, and of course for it to look nice. We're running at the moment on 280 RPM, we could be doing quicker. I never look at the feeds, I just set the feed till it's comfortable. The only times I take note of the feed is when I'm, of course, thread cutting. But for machining, whatever's comfortable, that I'm comfortable with, that's what I go with. So feeds are what they are. Right, we're almost clear of that on 1 mil, so I'll go 1.5. Get past that so everything is running clean, and then we'll change speeds and okay, so I'm going to go now up to 600, 635 to be exact. Almost full depth. It's not a high feed rate, but it's fine for what we're doing here. Really got caught out on that last cut and feeding through. Okay, we'll be back.